A very good afternoon to all of you. Apologies for a bit of delay. There was a previous meeting which actually got extended by 10 odd minutes, so that's the delay. However, so on behalf of IIIT Delhi, I welcome the batch to for this particular program. As I said in my introductory session, also we will be there to help you and guide you through the placement process. The placement process at IIIT Delhi is kind of pretty simple. There's nothing much that you have to really do as long as you are in sync and you are in constant communication with me and Ayushi. I think that is where we just have to be a bit more proactive there. The process, how it happens here is we will, every time there is a company which is coming to the campus or we have connected for your particular batch, we will be sharing the detail over an email to you, sharing the job profile, the location, the compensation, and so on and so forth. All the information that I have, I will be sharing it to you on email with you. Post that, we will give you a registration timeline. There will be a Google form floated by Ayushi to you. She will mention the time deadlines for the program in terms of the students to register on for that particular company. And once the deadlines is closed, we share that information with the company back. And then we come back to you in regards to the interview schedules. So this is more or less a general practice. However, we have also created a WhatsApp group. This group, you have to join all of you so that if there is an email communication that gets misplaced, or sometimes it goes into spam, or maybe you didn't even get to time to check on your email, the group will help you to see what activities are happening. One. Two is the group is also going to help you to, if you have any concerns or questions or anything, I mean, that is an easy place for people to communicate. And I guess many of you are already, everybody, let me say, more or less everybody will be okay to use a WhatsApp. However, the WhatsApp control will remain with Ayushi. I am not a very WhatsApp person. And if there is a concern coming which cannot be addressed by her, obviously I will start group. So this is how the procedure, operational procedure is what I'm talking about. So this is the group that everybody has to join in. Second thing is which will happen is that we will share a resume format with all of you, which is an approved resume format of IIIT Delhi. And since this is an IBM and IIIT collaboration program, we will be sharing a resume format in which you will have to use that format and design your own resume. It's a pretty very basic simple format, and both the logos of the IBM and IIIT will be there, and you'll be requested to fill in your rest of your details. So this is one. Second thing is, I think she will also be sharing an Excel, a Google form with you, wherein there are certain information. This is one-time capturing. You don't need to redo it again and again. This is just one single Google form, wherein the information, the basic information of all of you, which includes your name, your mobile number, email IDs, your current positions, the 10th and 12th, and so on and so forth. So there will be about 10, 12 columns there, which will take about 10 odd minutes, not more than that, for you to fill up your basic details. This data remains as a basic data with us. So that any company, any details that we want to fetch in, we should be able to easily access it from this Excel sheet for our reference. And we don't need to keep on bothering the candidates that, now can you please provide me this? Can you provide me this? Because there could be a multiple reason that we will be using the data for. So this is one step. So one is group. The second is your Excel database. We will again give you about a week's time for you to, we understand there are many of you who are already working. So all of you may not have the same timelines with you. So we respect that, and we'll give you a certain timeline for wherein you need to fill up that data. So this is the second thing. The third thing is that when people who are interested for using the placement opportunities coming through the placement office of IIIT, definitely have to register. So if you don't register within the timeline that we have given for registration for campus placements, we will assume that this you guys are, or any ex-person who is not registered within the timeline given, is not interested to utilize the facility provided by the placement office, and which is also absolutely fine with us. There is no mandate that every student who's enrolled under the program needs to take placement assistance. No, this is just another platform to help out people to you probably upgrade your current jobs, maybe get a better higher salary, maybe change your profile, and so many other reasons wherein people will want to use. So this is how we will proceed ahead. When one thing that I definitely want to make very clear with all of you here is that though you are doing this program of data science and AI with the campus now, but majorly the resume matching or the portfolio matching and the profile matching will be happening on the basis of the resume that has been submitted to us, because you're beginning with the program, because it will take you a certain amount of time for you to be, eligible for a data science or an AI role company, which may happen towards the fag end of your course. Before that, we'll have to start aligning people as to how many companies are interested to even look at this particular program. Also, the students that are coming from the various domains and different kind of campuses and so on and so forth. So you will have companies which are not primarily from data science and AI. You will have a mix of all sorts of companies. That is why I said we will be sharing the job profile, the location, and the comp with you. You will have to go through that and then appear for the process. Once you have appeared for the process, it is mandatory for you to please proceed with the complete process, which means if you've been you're a C, let's say there are 15 CVs that has been given to a X company, and there are 5 people who get shortlisted by the company that yes, I would want to proceed with these 5 people. In that case, you will be informed in prior, and all of those 5 people will be mandatorily appearing for that process. The people who will be opting out during the process, midway, or dropping it off will not be considered for any other campus opportunities, because that's how the policy is. Now, without wasting any more time, what we're going to do is we will share the campus policy guidelines also with you. These are regular campus policy guidelines with minor tweaking done for your particular program. More or less, this is something similar that we follow for our own students also. There's a slight bit different there. So you are all requested to please read that policy document, prepare your resume format accordingly, and let us all work like a team together so that you may be able to, get something that you're really looking at. There may be a space where maybe the kind of expectation that you have from a particular profile or a compensation per se, you may not be able to get that, which is quite understandable, because it's a diploma course. It's not really a degree program, and there would be companies which will have their own reservations in regards to that. Your previous batch companies have taken it pretty nicely. The ranges that has gone in is, I think it started from about 8 lakhs and gone on to about 15 lakhs, which is quite decent to for the first program to actually kick in. Yours is a second batch. We assume that there would be an improvement there, but I'm just giving you these benchmarks so that you are very clear in your mind, and you should not have an expectation that I'm going to get a 50 lakh job out of IIIT Delhi campus placement cell, because that is not something that I can promise at this point in time. Maybe, I mean, it all depends how it goes, but with no false assumptions in mind that this is not the regular core IIIT BTech or a MTech program. This is a diploma program, and yes, there is always a difference which will be there. Despite you do the program with IIIT, but then again, it's a diploma. So I just wanted to have this clarity here. I'm not sure if you have the same expectations or you have been given some other information. So I just wanted to make it very, very clear to everyone. We will try our best to give you good companies. We'll try our best to open as many profiles as possible. But the ranges will always remain between 7 to 15, and that's the minimum. So we will try not to go lower than 7. So that's how we will go with. and people accordingly can choose what they wish to participate. Just to reiterate everything, we will share the policy document, we'll share the resume format, we'll create a WhatsApp group, and all the data for all the students will be captured in the Excel data. Anything that you miss out of this, if we get to, so we will collect back get the complete data, and then we will see if anybody is missing out of the registered number. We will assume that those people are not interested, and then we proceed only with the interested lot. That's how the campus would work. We will not add or delete any student on our own accord. Yes, there is a defaulter which just happens, and people are sitting out without information, missing out from processes. So all such cases will be deleted thereafter, and we will then carry on proceeding with the interested students who have been following the process, because we feel that's the fair way to do it. I'm closing on my speaker now, leaving the thing open for about 5 minutes to have questions. Requesting all of you to please ask questions one by one if any.
Can you just give an overview of the companies that have visited till now? Like, if you can please give an overview on that.
When you talk about an overview, what exactly are you looking? Because I've already said there are companies with different profiles. The companies have offered a range of 7 to 15 lakhs, and the companies are from different domains. Because here you not my BTech student of particular program that one company comes in, the same company will be okay for everyone. Here, what we are doing is every student here who is appearing for this diploma program is coming from a different domain, maybe from a different stream altogether, and definitely from a different campus. So the benchmarkings are very different here. We will release a calendar with you in which you will be able to see what all companies will be coming for you, or and then moment we calendar, the calendar will have only the confirmed companies. I may be in conversation with 50, but the calendar will not have those 50 names. The calendar will have only few names for those who have already confirmed their participation with looking to hire for you.
So, how is there any form which you have shared till now, or it will be shared?
No, this is our first introductory conversation. And post, I just said that post my session is over, you will step by step, you will start receiving emails and the formats and everything. So you'll have to give us a little time. We would give you also certain timelines while you submit that information back to us.
So you, like you said earlier, that our resumes would be given to the companies and so on. So this would happen like towards the end of the course, right?
See, ideally, what I have, so I've designed a calendar for my own working. So what we do is these are the pre-placement initiatives that we are doing, your resume and the data capturing, your grouping. In terms of some of the, we will try to organize some kind of a mock preparations also for you. What companies, the data that we will start sharing with the companies will happen somewhere. See, your batch will graduate in April. Is that correct? Am I right? It's a
It's nine.
9 month program. You should
Yes,
be, if you
9 months.
got admission in August, you should be out in April. So the companies that you will see will be typically in the month of February, March, not before that. February, March, and April, these are the 3 months that I'm going to use for you guys for getting these companies in. So before that is all my homework, wherein I need to do a lot of back end homework for you guys, for you to have good companies there in February, March. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Hello, ma'am. Can I know the number of students placed from the previous batch?
I think the stats of that is already on the website. I'm not sure. We gave the complete stats to the admin of your particular program. What I can say is about 9 companies. We're still in the process. The batch is still not graduated. The batch is going to graduate in September. If I remember correct, the 9 companies have done the process for those, and I think about 11 to 12 people so far has been offered. That's the number that I remember. I don't have the exact numbers with me right now, but that's what I know of because for me, the charge was given only 2 months back. So I was handed the batch, I think, some time in mid of June. Before that, I was not taking care of the batch. So I really don't want to comment there. What I can just say is June, sometime in mid of June, I was handed over the data. And then July, August, yes, these are the 2 months that I have been able to give out companies to you guys. I mean, the previous batch, and I think that's about 11 companies so far. And the ranges that I talked about are only of those companies.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Just to keep you a little more aware and informed, this time I've taken the charge faster for your batch, and the reason is that whatever glitches were there in the first batch, I observed that, and that's when I spoke to the program director that it'll be beneficial for all if you hand over the charge to me for placements for these people in advance, so that there is a proper planning, a strategy, and operations work that can happen at the back end, and we should be able to give out some good results in the month of February, March, as the students would be expecting. And I think with the given, since we're connecting already in September, you just joined in August, I think that's a good start. So only thing I look forward is that you guys do well in the course. So that's all I can say. Do a good learning. That's what you're here for, and that's what you paid for. So make full use of that. Prepare your CV well. We will reconnect again we'll keep reconnecting as and when needed. You can always write back to me, raise any doubts that you have, any suggestions that you have, any companies that you think you will be interested in, you have a contact there. You may please share it. It's our job to get you, we will at least try our best to get that company going. So as I said in my previous line, I mean, it's a teamwork, right? If you work as a team with us, if you think there is something that you guys can contribute, I'll be happy to take it forward from there. If anything I can contribute, obviously, I will certainly do that. And we'll connect over sessions. You will get an email whenever there is a session or there is something that I want to communicate directly to you. In between, we will try to keep some mocks and some mock tests. I'm not sure if many of people who are already working and are happy giving mock, but I think it's a good idea to get into practice again because many of the companies may ask for a test. Okay, there are few who may do the resume filter based things. There are few who may say no, we want to do a test things. Yeah, so let's have a little preparation again back. I know people who have done about 5, 6, 7 years of experience may not be very happy with this. But then, yes, if you have to go with the flow, you have to go with the flow. So that's how I would go. And yeah, that's all about it. And that's it from my side for today. And all the best for the program. All the best that you have a good learning and you guys do well. Thank you so much for taking out time and coming on the session. Thanks a lot.
Ma'am, hello? Ma'am?
Is that Anusha, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to confirm that for this batch, for our batch, the companies will come in February and March only.
I can't give you a company before that because you have to do something for 6 months at least in data science and AI. If I get you the company now, what will happen is they will filter you only on the basis of your previous resume. And I'm not very confident where you stand because I still have to do matchmaking. I have to go through each and every profile. I'll have to read what is good in an X student and Y. So I have to have time to create different baskets for everybody. There are people freshers, there are people with experience, there are people with less experience, there are people with higher experiences. I mean, everybody can't be put in the same basket.
Yeah, I was just wanted to confirm that it
Yeah,
is
so
in
that's why we
not
thought
before
it's
not
a good.
before February.
No,
Yeah.
if there is something which is really nice upcoming, I may just send you an email saying, hey guys, this is one exciting opportunity coming in, please explore. So I am just saying this is how my planning, my calendar looks like, that we will do something in February. Definitely February and March is a definite yes. But in case there is something which comes in previously and it is of interest, and I find that that would be good for you guys, I will certainly circulate that.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for this informative section, ma'am. I have a one doubt regarding the mocks which you were saying.
Mhm.
So when will we start those mocks exactly, in the next semester?
I'll give you a calendar. Nikhil, I just said this is just a first introductory session. We'll give you a proper calendar. The calendar will have all events already mentioned so that there is no panic. There is advanced planning that can happen at your end. We will mention all of that in a calendar and then circulate that calendar to all of you. Okay. Whenever the date of the test gets finalized, the month is already finalized. The dates of the test is the only thing which we need to see. We will try to keep it in a way where everybody can appear and we'll give you a bigger window. So let's say there is a test, we will try to keep it always in the late evenings so that everybody is able to appear for that test. We will try, if not more, at least 24 hours to 48-hour window can be given so that you are able to appear for that mock test. We will not give it like that you have to appear right now, maybe 10 minutes down the line. So no such surprises will happen.
Thank you, ma'am.
So thank you once again, guys. I think I have another thing to coming up. Can I please take a lead from all of you? Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.